We're gonna make hash browns. This is so easy. Essentially, all you do is grate potatoes, squeeze the water out over the sink, and then fry them in some olive oil and flip them when they're golden brown. And after you flip it, turn it down a little bit because the other side cooks faster. If it's just one person, just make one potato. So do the number of potatoes for, I think, the number of people. You want a nice layer of oil. Because let's be honest, they're fried. Okay, now you got your big mass of potatoes. Take it over to the sink and just take handfuls of it and squeeze out the water. And then I'd give a shake like that. And then you get dry, and then make a dry pile. It's an exercise. I mean, you really have to squeeze. Okay, so now this is all dry. It's all been squeezed. See? And that means it's good. So then you just start layering it in. And you want to kind of layer it in nicely and loosely. You don't want to push it down. Don't take a spatula and push down on this. Keep it loose, because as it's loose, that allows steam to come through, kind of like a bird's nest looseness. It allows steam out. So just right around the edge. You can use other oils, but olive oil is so good. I usually wait until the end to salt it, because if you salt it too soon, you kind of lose the salt flavor. And I like to have little chunks of salt pop through as I'm eating it when it's crispy. After I flip it, or even after it's done, that's when I put the salt on it. Almost like you'd salt French fries at the end. You wouldn't put the salt in while they're frying. And so now you just stare at it. It will start to tell you when it's ready. Oh, medium heat. Yeah, play around with that. You know, you'll find your way. When you make just one potato, it's very fast. You can spread it out thin. This is a pretty thick layer. This is 4 potatoes. But when you make one, it's just very quick. It'll fry, then you flip it, fry the other side, and crack your egg in the same pan. And it's so good. Also, I'll mention it's Whole30. Whole30 food. While everything's frying, you can clean up your mess. Wash clean stuff as you go. One time I made a soup. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. One time I made a soup and I took the lid off to check the soup, and I put the lid down on a sponge. And then the soup was in good shape, and then when I put the lid back, the sponge stuck to the lid. And then when I came to check the soup at the very end, there was a frigging sponge cooking in the soup. I had to throw the whole thing away. I didn't want to eat it after that. I'll eat a lot of stuff, but not that. Not sponge soup. Okay. Yeah, so now you can, if you're really good, you can just flip the whole thing, which I could do with this. Be safe about this, okay guys? Put the plate on here. Then don't do this right over the flame, you'll burn yourself. Flip it over here, okay? This is really kind of dangerous. All right, then put it back. Just slide it back in, like this. I'm telling you, Waffle House, they don't want you to know about this. All the places don't want you to know about this. And the other thing is, it's so cheap. I mean, a potato is how much, it's not very much money. And those bags of frozen potatoes that are shredded, you're paying a lot of money for that, for someone else to shred it and then dry it out. Now remember, this is when you turn the heat down. So I turn it down to medium or low for a bit longer. Oh, some sage would be good. Turmeric, anything. Sometimes there's lavender. You can have really fun with it. Rosemary, rosemary on there, even fresh rosemary. Oh yeah. Really good. Do it. Make it. It's easy.